But we start with some big breaking news. Michael Bridge has it for us.
Yeah, we can confirm Tottenham Hotspur are in talks a few months off and coming back into football in the summer. But obviously Igor Tudor and Tottenham parted company yesterday and in talks now over a long-term contract. And we do expect this to accelerate today. And as we reported yesterday, that Tottenham Hotspur hope to have a build-in for when the players return from their respective international duty. And that should be really around Tuesday or Wednesday.
Everybody, and welcome along to Transfer Talk.
A lot of chat about their need for a striker, but it could be a midfielder's arrival that's imminent.
Yes, good news for Arsenal supporters because they're closing in on signing lease clause. That's about £51 million. Lots of other clubs have been interested in signing him. For instance, he was closed summer before that deal collapsed at the last minute. But Arsenal have been in talks to sign him. I think Mikel Arteta has played a big part in convincing the player that Arsenal is the right move for him. And I think it makes sense for Arsenal as well because there are question marks over the long-term future of midfield. So it looks like Arsenal just doing a little bit of forward planning. I think it would have helped them if he was able to move this month. But it looks like Real Sociedad is saying, no, we want him to stay, and to see that in the past as well. Mikel Merino, they signed. They've also had players like Martin Odegaard, who used to play for Real Sociedad as well. So good news for Arsenal fans. Perhaps not the news they wanted because they want a forward, but they will be getting a very, very good midfielder if this deal is completed. And this was a development that was first reported by Sami Mokbel in the Daily Mail earlier today.
Arsenal are once again at the centre of a huge transfer storm, with Julián Álvarez, Victor Osimhen and Gabriel Martinelli all featuring prominently in the latest speculation surrounding Mikel Arteta's squad. The Gunners are believed to be exploring options to strengthen their forward line, and Álvarez has emerged as one of the most exciting names linked with a potential move to the Emirates. The Argentine's ability to operate as a central striker or in deeper attacking positions makes him an attractive option for Arteta, particularly because of his technical quality, movement and pressing ability. However, Victor Osimhen remains another major name in the conversation. The Nigerian forward offers a completely different profile: explosive pace, physical power and outstanding finishing inside the penalty area. Arsenal have previously been linked with the striker, and his availability could become increasingly important if negotiations for Álvarez prove difficult. The biggest name continues to be Julián Álvarez. The Argentine striker has repeatedly been linked with Arsenal, with reports suggesting the Gunners admire his versatility, technical ability and proven record at the highest level. Álvarez would potentially give Arteta another elite attacking option capable of playing centrally or from wider positions, but Arsenal's interest in Victor Osimhen has also refused to disappear. The Nigerian striker remains one of Europe's most feared goal scorers, and his physical presence, pace and finishing ability would give Arsenal a completely different profile in attack. The question now is whether Arsenal could somehow pursue both players or whether one would become the alternative to the other. Another major storyline involves Gabriel Martinelli. The Brazilian winger's future at the Emirates has become a subject of intense speculation, with reports linking him with a possible move away from Arsenal. There has even been talk of Martinelli being involved in a potential swap arrangement for another highly rated attacking player. However, supporters should be careful with claims that a swap has already been accepted. At this stage, such reports should be treated as transfer speculation unless officially confirmed by the clubs involved. For Arteta, Martinelli's situation could nevertheless become important. The Arsenal manager must decide whether the Brazilian remains an important part of his plans or whether a major offer could convince the club to allow him to leave. The final stages of the transfer window could determine Arsenal's attacking plans for the entire season. Álvarez would provide technical quality and versatility, while Osimhen would offer explosive pace and elite penalty box finishing. That if Arsenal can complete a major striker signing while retaining enough attacking depth, expectations around the Emirates will rise even further. For now, though, Arsenal fans should distinguish between reported negotiations and officially completed transfers.